So here's my sewing machine. I've dusted off the worst of the cobwebs. It's amazing how many have accumulated in just a few weeks. It is a about 1916 Singer treadle sewing machine. There we go. So that's going to be the view. If any of my allotment neighbours come along, they'll probably think I've gone completely bonkers, but hey ho. Just while I'm threading up the machine, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about how I ended up buying a treadle sewing machine. We live on the northwest coast of England, and about 18 months ago we had a power cut, which we didn't suffer at all. It was 3 days and we were able to get by perfectly well. But I remember thinking to myself, I can't sew on a sewing machine because there's no electricity unless I go to someone else's house who has got a power cut and take it with me and all my bits. And that was quite frustrating, and I thought if there was ever a longer power cut I would be really not happy not being able to sew, which got me thinking about having a treadle sewing machine. And I knew that I didn't really have room for it in my house, and that was how I ended up cleaning out my shed, which I did about 4 months ago. And then I managed to find this machine being sold locally by somebody on eBay, and it just needed cleaning up and oiling and getting going, and a new belt, which was quite easy to fit. And then I got rather busy with other things, covered it up so the sun didn't spoil the wood, and I couldn't touch it until today. So that's how this happened. I just love the idea of being able to create something and not needing any electricity. So let's see how it goes. Well, there's no reverse on machines of this age, so if you want to backstitch you have to turn your work around. Now I realise it's broad daylight and it's midsummer, and you couldn't do this in the winter, but I have to say it's a very liberating feeling to just be able to pull the machine out and not need to plug a light in and not need to plug it in and find the wire. And if I was to take my electric machine from home and move it to another location to use it, I'd be fiddling around trying to find the table and getting all the bits together and plugging it in, and I've just sat here and just feel so free. And it is also free. I'm not paying for the power. It's a remarkably small amount of effort for your feet to actually, and there's quite a lot of inertia. I mean, you can, I don't want to do it now because I don't want to tangle up the threads, but when you let it go, look how it keeps going with its own sort of momentum. Makes you realise how easy that kind of power is, really. Right, that's the outside. So here's my little bag. I'm going to call it an eco bag because, well, it's been made without electricity. Well, the bag has, maybe not the fabric, but the bag has. So it's just a little, a little reversible bag. 2 little handles, could be used as a, don't know, put your lunch in. Little extra bag, peg bag, don't know. It's not pressed, but I hope you understand why not. And I've achieved what I set out to do today. I'm very pleased. Machine is fantastic. The view's also very good. Hi again. After the success of the last video, filming at the allotment and sowing off grid as it were, I've come back down again today and it's another beautiful sunny day here at the allotment, as you can see. I'm going to sew some more bags. I hope you enjoy watching this lovely old machine. We've got a sort of juxtaposition of old and new technology here, haven't we? Something that's over 100 years old, plus our newfangled way of filming and uploading videos. Quite incredible, really. Hope you enjoy watching. Well, here's the bag that I made yesterday. I'll put a link to that video in the description box. It's a reversible small bag. Just didn't know what it was going to turn out like, what it was going to be like sewing down here, but I just made the simplest bag I could think of. And here it is. I'm using rescued pieces of fabric, and by that I mean fabric that I've got in my collection, which is a little bit too small to make anything else out of, but it's too nice to get rid of or recycle or anything like that. So I don't like throwing fabric away, so I tend to hang on to it, but I'm now making more and more use of it. So I'm calling these off-grid bags because they're sewn together off-grid here, but I do need to use technology for some of it. For instance, I can't really make them without pressing the handles, and I need to find a way of ironing here. I don't know how to do that. There's not even any such thing as a camping iron, I don't think. So that kind of needs to be done at home, and I need to cut out at home and things like that. I haven't really got a clean table here to do that on, but it's put together. They're going to be put together at the allotment, which feels great to be able to actually sew without using electricity. It's going to take me a while to get for the novelty of that to wear off, definitely.